Hello friends, it's me, Necronoth. We're back. Well, we're not really back, we're starting a new thing here, actually, with a game called Spire. It's essentially a card game. It's a sort of procedurally, well, not procedurally, but it's a dungeon crawling game where you try to go from floor 1 to the last floor on a tower, and along the way you fight enemies, you find treasures, you find shops, and some random events along the way on your journey to the heart of the Spire. It's a very interesting game. I should put up a disclaimer saying that it's a early access game, so there might be some bugs, and this is not the I can't. What is it? You can't claim that this is the final look of the game. That's what I'm trying to say here. Let me just set up my timer. Here we go. So you play one of two different characters for now. I don't know if you can. Oh, it's unavailable in early access. But you can play as a warrior or a rogue. I'm imagining this is probably going to be a mage later on, maybe. And you ascend the tower essentially. Along the way, you pick up different cards. You start out with 10 basic cards, like 5 basic attacks, 5 basic defense, and 1 special attack or 1 special defense. I can't really remember. But we'll figure it out as we go along. Now, I've been playing a little bit of this game. I've unlocked some things. I've won the game once as the Ironclad, the warrior, but I haven't yet beaten the game as the Silent. So I shall essentially go from the beginning of a floor up to the boss in one episode, or until we die. And that's gonna be how long the episodes are. Anyway. Along the way, you can also pick up different relics. You start out with 1 relic as the Ironclad that heals you at the end of combat, and as the Silent, you start with a relic that makes you draw 2 additional cards. And there are so many relics in the game, and some are still locked. I haven't unlocked some. Well, I haven't seen some of them. I don't know if I can unlock these or what. I think this and this relic I unlocked last time I leveled up as the Ironclad. I'll show you all that later. There are a ton of different skill cards for every class, and it's just good. You can upgrade all the cards and they do different things. And it's essentially just a card game, right? So let's get into it and start as the Ironclad. Let's embark. Since I beat the first floor, I get a special bonus at the beginning from this whale thing here. It looks pretty cool. Hello again. Choose. We can obtain 100 gold, a random card, obtain a curse, and remove 2 cards. This is not preferable at the beginning. There is something to say about starting with very few cards. You always get the cards you want, but I essentially want to hit maybe 20-25 cards, essentially, to have a fully fleshed out deck. I could lose this and get a random boss relic, but I don't want to do that as the Ironclad. I do it as the Silent because I don't think the card draw at the beginning of a combat is very strong. But for now, let's pick a random rare card. And we get Demon Form. That's like one of the best cards. It costs a lot, but it's very good. So let's see here. This is how the map looks, and you start down here by picking one of these combats, and then you start to ascend all across this map until the boss up here. And there are different things. This is a regular monster, which could be anything. This is a random event, which could also be anything. It could be a shop, it could be a treasure, it could be a randomly generated event, it could be a monster, it could be anything. Then we have a campfire where you can rest or upgrade your cards. This is a mini boss. You have a shop here and a treasure chest which contains relics. So let's see here. I think I want to go this path because it gives us some combat and some random events. Let's see here. This is how the game looks, by the way. This is us. This is our HP. Up here you can see HP, gold, the 3 potions you can have, what floor you're on. Our relics will stack up here. This is our energy, this is our draw pile, this is our discard pile. And this is our skills at the moment. So, he does 7 damage, we can only block for 5 because we only have 1 block, but it's fine because we heal 6 HP after combat. And he's gonna do a negative effect on us. Now, they have an ability called curl up, so whenever they take damage the first time, they curl up and gain block. But that's fine. We should probably do this like that. So next time we can end him if we draw a strike. Now we start with 11 cards. Yeah. He weakened us, which means we do less damage, which is not good. So we should endeavor to do this. We didn't manage to kill him outright because he weakened us, so we deal less damage, but that's fine. As I said, HP is not really relevant until you hit like 74 for us, because we heal at the end of the turn. Now he's buffing and he's doing a negative effect, so that's fine. We should have played Demon Form last turn maybe, but we would have gone below the healable HP then. Which is fine, really. HP is a resource. You have to realize that, because especially as the Ironclad, there's many cards that draw from your HP pool. Here we go, he's dead, and we heal up. And at the end of the combat, you always get gold, and there's maybe a chance to get a relic and some special things, depending on what special encounters you encounter. And you always get to pick a card out of 3 different randomly generated cards. Sorry. So these are the cards we pick from. Clothesline, which deals 12 damage, costs 2 mana, and applies to weak, which makes him deal less damage, right? Dropkick is good because if they are vulnerable, we gain another. It's essentially free if the enemy is vulnerable and we draw. But I like Twin Strike because since we have Demon Form in our deck, it applies to this number here, which Demon Form essentially gives us strength, which translates directly into extra attack damage. So this card is good because it's weak, it deals less damage than Strike, but it does it twice for the same amount of mana. Gremlin. 12 cards, okay. This is, well, it's just a minigame essentially. There's a Twin Strike and a Flash of Steel, Battle Trance, an Offering. Battle Trance, that's a good card. It draws, and you cannot draw any card at the end. Case, there we go. That's fine. So we got, I usually only get 2 cards there. It's fine. As you can see, our deck starts to increase the further we go. Now he's dealing 12 damage, so let's do this. So we block some of it at least. He's a slaver. As you can probably hear, my voice is getting a little bit shot at the moment. I'm getting sick, essentially. I'm accruing a cold. Which is not very nice, but what can you do? So let's do this to block fully. And every turn essentially we gain another 2 strength, so it starts racking up like a lot, and I really like stacking strength. It's very strong. Let's draw, block some of it and deal that. Essentially just kill him. Spot weakness, inflame. Spot weakness is really good. Inflame is more reliable, but this gains more strength, so Clothesline is also good, but I'll take a spot weakness. we find ourselves falling into a puddle of slime goop. We can lose gold and get out scot-free, or we can gain 75 gold and lose 11 HP. That's fun. Depending on how much damage we take here, we might not want to go to our elite enemy. Baka! You do not belong here. He casts a ritual, which means every turn he gains up to 3 strength. Let's draw. Next turn we might be able to kill him. So, since I usually aim for 20 to 25 cards, you really don't. You start to meet. You start to find cards that are really not good for your deck, and you can just skip them. You don't have to pick a card. Cleave is good. We healed up, so we should probably endeavor to do this and see what happens. Oh, this guy is not good. He deals a lot of damage. Let's draw. And do this. We have the ability to deal 10 damage to all enemies, which wouldn't just be him, but... Now, whenever we play a skill, he gains 2 strength. So, these defense are counted as skills, and these are counted as attacks, so I just essentially want to keep hitting him. It's gonna hurt, but we don't want him to gain strength permanently. Oh shit, we shouldn't have done that. Next turn I was hoping to draw more strikes, but whatever. We are vulnerable, which is not good. He'll deal extra damage now. But we can kill him. There we go. We didn't lose too many HP. We get Dreamcatcher. Whenever I rest, you may add another card to my deck, which is great. Uppercut is really good. Dark Embrace is not very useful. Clash, though, costs 0, but we can only cast it if we only have attacks in our deck. Welcome to the shop. Here we go. Enlightenment is fantastic. Shrug it off is fantastic. I think I want to buy Enlightenment. And let's leave it at that, and let's go. Shrooms. If we can heal and get a curse, which is essentially a card that you can't play, and it'll interrupt our clash, so we don't want that. But if we pick Anger the Mushrooms, we'll fight 3 mushrooms and get a relic out of it. It's called Odd Mushroom, I think. When you kill these, they apply vulnerable for some turns, so let's play Enlightened. And do this. So essentially I don't want to kill everything in one turn. I don't want to kill one guy in one turn. I want to kill everything in one turn. Here we go. Let's do this first. Ooh, here we go. Let's do this and this, and then throw our potion. There we go. Here we go, Odd Mushroom. Whenever we gain vulnerable, we take 25% less damage instead of 50% more damage. I mean, we take 25% more damage instead of 50% more damage. Pummel Strike is just a better strike card. It's card draw and it deals 9 damage for the same amount of mana. Here we go. Tori is amazing. If we get 5 or less damage applied to us, which we don't block, it'll automatically turn into 1 damage, which is great. That's a fantastic card. Let's rest, because we can draw a card. Let's gain another pommel strike. And depending on how this combat goes, we will go for our elite. Go, cleave, and deal that and that. With only 2 of them, it's fine. Because he might not be able to hit us this turn. Or maybe we will. But we will do this. I could have played Clash, but it's fine. We will come to the same conclusion no matter what happens. Searing Blow is great because you can upgrade it like forever. Each card can only be upgraded once, but this can be upgraded forever, but it costs 2 mana and I'm not really sure. I don't like Headbutt, I don't like Fire Breath. Ah, sure, go ahead. Take 1. These could be bad. They're artifacts, so they negate buffs. Let's spot 1 weakness, and let's card draw. And Twin Strike. We can kill 1, nice. So we only take 16 damage. We don't want to do Demon Form yet, I think. Let's do this. Yeah, that's what they do. They apply. They give us 2 cards that are unplayable, which is not good. Let's do that, and he'll do that again. As you can see, wounds are unplayable, but we will do this and slap him. There we go. It's fine because they put it in the discard pile, so they won't affect us very much. Do this. Slap, slap. Calipers. At the start of your turn, lose 15 block rather than all of your block. Oh. Oh, that's good. That's good. Shockwave is really good to have 1 of. His enemy splits. Frail, gain less block. Almost. When he splits, they will only have 4 HP each, so it's fine. Boop, and boop. Block potion. Here I want an Iron Wave because it's an attack and a block at the same time. Oh, another one of these. Let's do this. Be able to cast everything. Go. Half HP. It's a good first turn. And let's just continue hitting him, I think. We'll take 10 damage, but we'll heal a little bit. And before we fight the boss, we have a campfire anyway, so it's fine. Go. Easy peasy. Problem scales. Whenever we take damage, we deal damage. It stacks up. Armaments is great because we haven't found the most important card of any Ironclad deck called Apotheosis, which upgrades all cards in your current deck. But armaments, I will actually upgrade armaments. It gives us block and it upgrades all cards in our hand at the moment. So it's good. Here we are, this is the first boss. It's the Guardian. He has 2 modes. Let us early cast Demon Form, and he will buff himself. And deal 32 damage. That's very much, sir. Can we stop him from doing that? No, but we can drink a block potion. That's what we can do. We can get some more block against Iron Wave. Oop, only 10 damage. Now he's casting a negative effect on us. So spot weakness won't do anything. This is where inflame would have been better. So we won't do that. It won't really help us much anyway. Weakened and vulnerable. So let's do these, and that, and this. Now he switched forms. Now he'll cast the same version. He will also cast Bronze Scales and a buff. I think that might be the buff he's casting. Sharp Hide, yep. We'll do this and that. Cast Iron Wave. So we'll take a little bit more damage, but after every boss battle you heal to max HP before entering the next floor, so it doesn't really matter. I should have cast armaments first, but that's fine. Do I still cast armaments? Yeah, sure. We'll upgrade the bash. And now he goes back into attack form. Now we don't need to defend because we have the Tori and he's only dealing 5 damage 4 times, which means it will do 1 damage 4 times. So we'll gain some more strength. See, we are stacking up strength incredibly fast now. Oh, he's not actually going to do that at all. We dealt enough damage to put him back in defensive mode. So do this. He's only dealing 1 damage. And essentially we kill him. There we go. It wasn't so hard. It was a good first floor. We gain 100 gold. Add a random card. Feed is really good because it gains you permanently max HP. You can use it once every combat because it exhausts the card when you play it. Which means when you exhaust it, it's removed until the end of combat. But Reaper is also good because it deals 4 damage, which stacks with strength to all enemies, and it heals for all unblocked damage dealt. But I prefer Feed because we can stack up our max HP super high. Here we go. This is tough. This gives us, this transforms 3 cards, which means it turns into something else. It's random what it turns into. So it could make some strikes and blocks into something else different, which could be good, and it also upgrades them instantly. Tiny House just gives us 1 potion, 30 gold, max HP by 5, and 1 random card. Or we can pick this, Velvet Choker, which gives us 1 extra energy every turn, but we can only play 6 cards every turn. And I've played with this before. It can be limiting, but since we have so many high cost cards that focus on stacking our strength, I think this is probably better. So that's it for this episode, guys. This will wait for the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you then when we continue to slaying the Spire.